a little table, make 10. Says the Gemara, there'll be a problem. The Rish Golos doesn't want to make chaburas in his house. So Mamela, so the Rish Golos shouldn't notice. So let them just be yaitza with the bracha of the Rish Golos. He's going to be mizamen. What's the problem? And Rashi points out that they waited around for the Rish Golos to make a zimun anyways. So if they're waiting, so why can they be patient and wait for the Rish Golos to do it? Says the Gemara, I did the afshu kula alma loishami. There's so much noise in the room. There's a lot of commotion. So he would bench, and they couldn't hear him. And here we learn another halacha. Another very important halacha l'maisa is that when you bench, you have to hear the guy that's benching, the guy that's leading. He should say every word out loud, and you have to listen to every word that he says, at least until Hazanas HaKol. And that's what they were saying. They might hear Rabbi Yisrael and Varech, great, but they were concerned that they're not going to hear every single word of his benching all the way through to Hazanas HaKol, and that was a problem. Omer Rabbi Toisva. At least, right. It should be all the way to the end, but at least, l'chatchilo, you have to hear all the way to Hazanas HaKol. Shkoyach. Oh. Hani tlosa de karchi, says Rabbi Toisva. Hani tlosa de karchi rifta ba'dei adodi. V'kodem chad minayu u'barach l'daitei. Right? So we have 3 people eating. The pizza's coming in slowly. Not to make chaburas and hurt my feelings. Pretend I don't see it.
Are you the Rish Galusa?
The Rish Galusa.
Very good.
The mamish went to my head.
Yeah.
3 people that were eating. Rabbi Yisai, according to Noam, have in mind that you're going to do 3 and run. You're not going to wait for the zimun of 10.
That's only a Noam's wedding.
But by the way, we could maybe do a zimun of 100 over here. We could do a zimun of 100. But we don't. We do Nevarach Elokeinu.
Only by Noam's wedding. By Noam's wedding, you have to make a kavanah.
I got it. But that's already was.
More than 2.
Well, you weren't paying attention last week? What bracha to come pizza? Okay. And it lost the kachi rived about the adodi. There were 3 people that were eating together, and when the 3 people, one of them is not allowed to leave. He benched anyways. Says the Gemara, amazing chiddush here. The other 2 could still do zimun even though he benched. He himself cannot be yoytze zimun. You hear what's going on here? It almost doesn't make sense. He cannot be part of the zimun. He's not yoytze by himself, but you could use him as zimun. What's the pshat? So the Shita says because he's still chayv in zimun. He never got rid of his chiyuv of zimun, so memela, you could use him. But he himself cannot be yoytze. Why? Because he can't go retroactive. Very interesting. And the Rosh says that he shouldn't be any worse than a guy that's eating vegetables. That's what he says. He ate bread. He's done eating because he already benched. But he shouldn't be worse as a guy that ate vegetables that could be starved to them. That's what the Rosh says. Okay, you don't have lettuce in this. In a situation. Yeah. Now they were passing like that. Listen to this chiddush that I saw. I hope I'm right in this. Look it up. That's what the Shita says. He's still chayv in zimun. That chiyuv never left. But he cannot be yoytz for the rest of his life because he already benched. But you could use that chiyuv for you. Listen to this chiddush. This really, I don't get exactly. But he says like this. In halach is brought down. If 10 people were eating and 3 people at a wedding made their own zimun, the 7 that are left could use the 3 that already benched and did zimun. Because they already were yoytze zimun. They already have 0 zimun to them. They have no zimun left in their bodies. You can use them. That's what he says. That's the halacha. Over here it's different. The zimun's still hanging around him. He just can't use it. Over there, they already were mizamen.
One guy won't be able to do it later then.
But it's rogue zimun.
7 plus 3. You get a full 10. Full 10. You're using them 3 as a 10. All right, let's go weiter. It's late. The other wants to eat pizza. Lefi shein zimun afrei can't go retroactive. Rabbi Shmuel Omer Rafan Bar Papa Ikla lebei knishto dabi gibar. Come. So we have in the Mishnah Machlokes. How do you say? Do you say Baruchus Hashem HaMevarach or Baruchus Hashem? How do we do today? HaMevarach, and that's based on Rabbi Shmuel. Says the Gemara, Rav Bar Papa went to a shul. Come Kar B'Sifra. He was reading from the Torah. V'Omar Baruchus Hashem. He didn't say HaMevarach. V'Ishtik V'Lo HaMevarach. Like who? Like Rabbi Akiva. Afshu Kuli Alma, and they all scream out. It seems like it went a little bit louder than usual. You know, Baruch Hashem Mevarach. What are you talking about? But they had an answer, so they answered with the Mevarach. Omarava Pasyu Ukma. You're like a black pot, he called him. Meaning, like a Talmud Chacham, that in those days it was hard, they only had one shirt, one whatever. Like, look, ayin in the stories about Rav Shach, one, and it became black, and they didn't have time to wash it. Call him a black pot. You're like a Talmud Chacham, but they pluked the lamelach. Why are you sticking your head in the machlokes of Rabbi Akiva and Rabbi Shmuel? Void hanog almok Rabbi Shmuel. Everybody agrees that to say a mevarach is better than without a mevarach, and the halach is like Rabbi Shmuel. So why get involved? Rashi says, "Shaf Rabbi Akiva moeded d'chiyam mevarach tfei adif." Even Rabbi Akiva admits. So why do you have to do that? No point. Says the Mishnah. Shloisha shachlu kachas in rishon l'cholik. We mentioned it in the beginning of the Amud. You have 3 people. It's also for you to break it up. Break up the zimun. V'chein arba, v'chein chamisha. Shisha nechlokim adasara. If you have 6 people, you can break it up into 2 groups of 3. If you have 9 people, break it up into 3 groups of 3. V'asara ein nechlokim achiu esrim. Now, if you have 20 people, then you can make 2 groups of 10. But if you have 10 people, you're not allowed to break it up. 2 groups of people that were eating in one house. If part of the group could see the other part of the group, then they could do one giant zimun. They're all part of the meal. They can't see each other even though they're in the same. The sushi?
No, after.
Let's do it after. Let's bring it after. The sushi's not going to get cold. In those days, the wine was extremely strong. They would put 3 parts water, 1 part wine. Rav Schoenberg back in Avodah Zarah explained to us also that in those days they didn't have the filtration. They had all the bacteria in the water, so they would add wine to kill out the bacteria. That was the way they drank. But the original wine, the way it was, straight out of the grape, they didn't drink. So you have to pour water into it in order even to make a brach on it. If you don't, the Gemara is going to discuss that you make a boire priyates on it, on wine that's not diluted boire priyates. Regardless, even though it's real wine, you still make a boire priyagofen, even though it's undiluted. Right. So I thought about it. I think you have to say pshat, obviously, that they have to go. They need to go. There's a doichak. But yeah, you're right. Beroiv Melis, 20 people is better than 10. You're right. What? It's usher? If you're already there, you're already 20 people. Okay, let's go weiter. Michael Mashmalon. Tanina Chod Zimna. We already learned Shloisha Shachlu Gachas Chayom Lezamen. What is the Mishnah telling us that Shloisha Shachlu Gachas Ein Rishon L'Cholik? They can't break it up. We already know this halacha. Says the Gemara, 3 pshatim. Hakam Ashmalon. Ki hada Amar Rabbi Abba Bar Shmuel Shloisha Shash V'Lechol Ka'achas V'Adayin Lo'Yochlu Einon Rishon L'Cholik. Amazing chiddush. If 3 of us sat down, we said Hamoyitzi, but we didn't eat yet, I'm not allowed to break it up. I would think that I have to put food in my mouth and then I can't break up the group, even before I put food in, or even before I ate a kazayas. I cannot break it up. Listen, Achrina, another pshat. I would think that this whole zimun business is when they all eat from the same bread. But if each one had their own role, they are not mitzdarif, then they could break up. Then they're not allowed to break up. Inami. Listen to this. This is a little complicated, this one. You have 9 people. And from each, there was 3 groups of 3. 3, 3, and 3. And each group, 1 person left the group to create a 4th group. Okay? 1 person, I should have made a chart. One person from each group leaves, and now you have a new three. Now the new three is not allowed to break up. They became a new group. They are not allowed to break up. Says Rav Chizda, that's because they came from three groups made of three each. This is only if the original groups didn't do zimun for them. Says Rashi that there's four people, and three of them made zimun together. This guy was listening, so he was yaitze zimun. If that happened, that's a problem. If that didn't happen, then you could use. Then he still has a chiyuv of zimun on him, and he makes a new group. But let's say he heard the zimun, his group made a zimun, and he was listening. Let's say he didn't bench yet. He was listening, so his group was already moitzi him zimun. He loses his chiyuv of zimun, dissipates, goes away. He can no longer be part of another group to make zimun. Nachamol. You have four people eating, and three of them say, let's bench. Ruvain is the fourth guy out. Three of them bench. And Ruvain is standing and listening, and he says, I want to meet my friends. They're sitting in that room over there. I'm going to go over there. But he hears, what happened to Ruvain? He just lost his zimun. His zimun went bye-bye. So now that he gets up, Ruvain, and moves to another group and joins other people, he can't say zimun with them.
He said with the three, he answered them?
Yes.
If he didn't answer them, then he didn't lose it.
It doesn't matter. They did zimun for him. Rashi says the lashon of, he said, he was there. I don't know that Rashi says he said it.
If he didn't take a part of it,
but that's being part of it. That's being part of it. Being that his group is saying it, that's part of it. Now, the Rosh adds. So what's the big chiddush? What is the big chiddush? His group said it, so of course he can't be part of it. Says the Rosh, because he went on and he ate with the other group. You hear Noam? He continued eating a meal with the other guys. So I think that a new chiyuv was just added to him. It flew away from him. He can't do it anymore. Very interesting raya he brings from Tuma and Tahara to benching. Don't ask questions here. You have a bed that's completely tamei, and some ganav came and took half the bed away. So what happens to the Tuma? It dissipates. It goes away. Of the chetzia, it got lost. Doesn't matter. Half of it went away. But later on, they found the missing piece. From here on out, it's tamei. What about the first tuma? That's gone forever. Since you split it, the tuma leaves forever. Once the zimun chiyuv went away, you can't add another chiyuv of zimun any longer. Shtei chaburos. Tana, im yesh shamish b'neihem, shamish mitzarfon. Listen to this, Rabbi Yisai. If you have two groups in two different houses, and you have a waiter that goes between the two houses, what's the halacha? Same exact halacha. They could be in two different places. The waiter connects the two. We mentioned the Mishnah that if the wine is not diluted, you don't make a bayir bir gofen. Ella, bayir pirates. Over here, the Gemara tells us what brachim make hates. Listen to this. You can take this undiluted wine and use it to wash your hands for hamaitzi. Why? Because now it's called mei peiros. It's not wine. It doesn't have chashivas of wine. Mei peiros, the water of peiros. Water of peiros. You can wash your hands with it. But once you dilute it, you think the opposite. Oh, it's such strong wine. No. It's not royer for shtia, it's not royer for wine, so it doesn't have the chashivas, and I could be mevayish it, I could use it for whatever I want. Once I dilute it, and now you just elevated it from a grape to wine. And you make agafen, and you can no longer wash your hands. Rabbi's side, there's a lot of noise going on here. What's going on here? Is it the food?
Yes.
Yeshua, you make sure that Olam doesn't talk, okay? Shkoyach. That was just a hint. Sometimes when I want to yell at my son-in-law who's sitting here, I don't yell at him, I yell at my daughter. I say,
Perfect.
What are you
habitat,
doing?
no yellow.
No, I'm just
Perfect
never happened,
Solomon.
Mayor. Never happened. But it's a joke. It's a saying in Yiddish. I forgot how it says. Like the Schnur meint the Tochter sagte, something like that. Whatever it means. Like it's like Yeshua. Please make sure that the Olam doesn't talk. Anyways, yeah,
Important point. The makor of the Chardonnay wine that we drink,
yeah.
when the Romans came to Eretz Yisrael, they said it was Shar Ad Hashem. And that's where the name comes from.
Nice to show you. Telling me.
Ma'aser Shar is Chardonnay, Shar Ad Hashem, from Eretz Yisrael. That's when the Romans should be.
And what's the shaykhs today's daf? Wine. Okay, great. He's saying the Chardonnay, and he's serious. He's a doctor. Dr. Factor says that, look it up on Google. Chardonnay comes from Shar Hashem, Shar Ad Hashem. That the Romans made it up when they came, that the best grapes in the world are from Eretz Yisrael. That's what he said. Ayin Sham. We're going to get 6 emails tomorrow. What?
Now I got the daf.
If you believe that, you believe everything.
Either way, whether it's diluted or undiluted, you still make hagofen. And therefore, you cannot wash your hands with very strong grape juice or whatever it's called. And the Gemara is going to explain why. I'll just skip ahead. Because you could still drink it as wine for medicine. Kemanaz lohado Amar Shmuel. Oisa Adam called Tzarcha Bepas. You could do anything you want with bread. Keman Kirib Eliezer. Eliezer says that you can wash your hands with wine, so I can do whatever I want with bread, provided that I don't ruin it. And the Gemara is going to go into these halachas. We'll see exactly. What's a kosher bracha? Any cup. The Gemara on Nun Aleph says, Rashi says over here, it's a cup of Birkas Hamazon. Kosher bracha, towards the end of the page on Nun Aleph, he says Birkas Hamazon. But the guy on the side, Agos Yitzionim says it means anything. Obviously, even Kiddush, whatever. When you're making Kiddush, when you're doing Birkas Hamazon, using wine, make sure it's diluted. Why? Because you want the proper wine. It's a mitzvah. My time or Vishaya being a mitzvah min ha-mufchar. When you do a mitzvah, do it the proper way. Rabbanan lamay chazi. Why do you make a bayir priyagofen on this undiluted wine? Omer b'zeiro chazi likuryote. You can make medicine out of it. Torah Rabbanan. Arba dvarim nemru b'pas. Rabbi said, I think I knew this halacha, but I wasn't so makbid on it. I have to start being makbid. Sometimes like you cut your hamaitzi and you like give a little toss. Zazi says, no, that's a big no. Everybody knows that, Rabbi. Okay. Arba dvarim nemru b'pas. You don't put raw meat on the bread. Why? It's disgusting. You're not going to eat the bread anymore. You can't bring a full cup of wine over the bread because it might spill on the bread and you're going to ruin it. And you shouldn't lean a dish. I try to get away with that one. No. You're not allowed to throw bread. Even if it doesn't get ruined, even if it's going to land nicely on your child's plate, do not throw the bread. What? They throw it lechatchila? Okay. L'tzorich mitzvah shani. Zok the Gemara, Amir Marzudra, they said the Sfaradim throw the bread so that there's no hefsek. Amir Marzudra Ravashi korchu rivte b'adei adodi. They're all eating bread. They brought dates and pomegranates. Shokal Marzutra, potak l'kamei de Ravashi dastano. So Marzutra threw what? What would you think he threw? The Gemara starts off, he had dates and pomegranates, and he threw, says Rashi, he threw meat. What's pshat? So they discuss it. A lot of people say that Rashi didn't really mean that he threw meat. Otherwise, why would it start? It should say, they brought in front of him meat, and he threw the meat. Why say they brought a pomegranate and he threw meat? Okay, maybe what? So don't say that they brought pomegranate. Why is the shaykhis? What's? Yeah, but has no shaykhis. Anyways, I'm assuming that it means that he threw one of these pomegranates, and that's is just like a shiur or something like that. Omar lei. Oh, we learned you're not allowed to throw food. That's halacha regarding bread you're not allowed to throw, but food that's not going to get ruined you're allowed to throw. But it says mefurish, you shouldn't throw any food. Alei Vatanya, let me be Jewish. I'll ask a question right back at you. Ava Pishin Zorgin Sapas, Ava Zorgin Sa'oichlin. Oh, it says Mefurish that you're allowed to throw food. You bring me a kasha from a place that says you're not allowed to throw food. I bring you a place that says you are allowed to throw food. Elei Kasha, Habemidi de Mimis, Habemidi de Loi Mimis. There's an afkimina. If something is going to get ruined by landing on the floor,
Throwing an apple is okay.
so throwing an apple, that's what Rashi says. Nuts, apples, things that like walnuts, it's not a problem. If it's going to get damaged and get a boo-boo, and then you're not going to need, that's a different problem.
What do you mean by throwing?
Throwing. Just
Like to where?
it's anywhere, from here to there. It's a question of busy oichlim if I'm going to ruin the food. The question, Rashi uses the term hefsed oichlim. Ruining food is also a problem. But it's part of busy oichlim, ruining food. Torah Rabbanan, here goes. Mamshichin yain b'tzinoiris lefnei chasim v'lefnei kala. I would think it's something similar to what we have today, like fountains. A wine fountain. Are you allowed to use it? Yes, as long as you can catch it and it doesn't go on the floor. So what are you doing? You're doing something nice for the chasen and kala. It's busy oichlim. No, it has a purpose, and you can drink the wine afterwards. It's okay. V'zogin lefneim kloyes ve'goizim. You're allowed to throw in front of them toasted grain and nuts. B'moisach chama, avaloi b'moisach shamim. Even if your nut, the walnut has a heavy, what is it called? Not a shell. But if it lands in the mud, you're not going to eat it. So don't do it in the winter time. Avaloi gluskois. This one I had a big problem with because Rashi says gluskois. I thought it meant cake. And then I look in Rashi. Rashi says it means bread. But bread, we just said you cannot throw bread. So what's the big chiddush? So that's why some say that Rashi didn't really mean it. What? No. Bread you're not allowed to throw regardless of mos or not. Bread is halacha of chashivas. You have to treat bread with a lot of respect. Nothing to do, thank you. Nothing to do with ruining it. That's the chiddush in bread. No matter what. Exactly.
You have to say it even.
That's what I'm asking.
What?
What? Cake has the same halacha as bread, as he's saying.
Gluskos is bread. by Rashi.
No, guskois is bread.
Yeah.
Only Rashi says that.
Baked bread, baked roll.
I don't know, maybe not here. Yeah, but that's what Rashi holds, they say. Where is it? Okay.
Not here. Okay.
Fine. Zog the Gemara. Oh, Rabbi Yehuda Shochach Michel Sochel Toch Piv Beloy Bracha Misakel Tzadechad Umevarach. We're almost finished. A person puts food in his mouth. It happens all the time. Oops, I forgot to say bracha. What do? There's three things that you can do. Tanya Chada Boilon, Betanya Doch Palton, Betanya Doch Misalkon. There's three options. Either you swallow, or you spit it out, or you put it to the side of your mouth. What do? Like Kashya. Hadasanya Boilon Bimashkin. It's referring to liquids. To spit it out is impossible. You're ruining it. And to put it to the side of your mouth is also a big problem. So what do? You swallow it. Do you make another bracha afterwards or not? Most Rishonim hold you don't make a bracha afterwards. Vadasanya Palton, B'mida Delay Mimis. If, let's say a candy, you could take a candy out. A lot of people take candies out, they put it on the side and they put it back in. That's not considered mimis. Depends on the person. Gum, different things. Then what do? You take it out. Obviously you want to take it out. It's much better that it shouldn't be in your mouth. And what is it referring to when you put it to the side of your mouth? You don't want to swallow it because you want to say a bracha, be yaitza, so you put it to the side of your mouth and you could. We're almost finished. Top of Nunal Aleph. What's the problem with the varach? Tirgamar of Yitzchak Kaskasa Kamed Rabbi Yosi Barav Mishmed Rabbi Yochanan. Mishum Shenemar. Listen to this. So the question: are you allowed to have gum in your mouth while you daven? It says in the pasuk, Mishum Shenemar Yimole Pi Tihilosecha. Your mouth should be full of my davening and nothing else. You shouldn't have anything in the side of your mouth. Have a wonderful week. Tomorrow, 7:15. Shkoyach, Mazel Tov. Shkoyach. It's happening in place, huh?
Going home?
You got pizza already? You got pizza? Sushi. נבין שעדיין לא היה. יש נבין היה לזה. על הממשלה והקבוצה